This is the companion video to my game from Blitz Chess is Bad For You. This is going to let you know how well I played in that game, and you've probably seen the video, but I wanted to run the computer analysis just to see how well I did. So, you know, solid moves. Knight G2 is better. Okay, well, I don't know why, but a computer is a computer. I can't argue with it. Well, you can argue with it. You're just never going to win. So, yes, I made a comment about this move being a good move. And again, that was one, I said it was a solid move, but not spectacular. Boy, this computer's in love with Knight G2, isn't it? It's just a little... Knight G2 is a little... What do you call it? Rigid. Doesn't have the flexibility. Well, for the position. The knight's flexible here, but the position may call for Knight F3. Because he played a lot of second best moves. This is one of them. Already the bar is climbing on the left. Clearly the best move. Queen, you know, either one of those, but whatever. And see now Knight F3. I mean, you don't know. You can't look in the future and see this. But it was looking as if the 4-pawn broadside followed by Knight to F3 would be the best plan. But this is an experience thing, not a calculation thing. Which is how the good human players use experience for their spidey senses. It's the best way to put it. Yeah, that queen move wasn't really any good. Just didn't do anything. No, I don't want to castle kingside. Turned out castling queenside was the correct one because that G pawn creates the Swiss cheese over there on the white squares. But that's okay. I knew rook HF1 was a strong move. I didn't know it was the best move in the position. But again, my spidey senses were telling me that was the right move. So it's just one of those things. Sometimes you play the right move and you know it's the right move, but you can't specifically say why. The computer can specifically say why. And I did not care for b5 for black. And the computer said that really c takes b5 is the best move. I disagree strategically. Now tactically you might be able to validate that move, but strategically you're just developing his rook for nothing, and I'm not doing that. I believe the correct move that a grandmaster would say he prefers f5 over c takes b5. I would almost wager every grandmaster would say this, because it's more to the point of what's going to happen. He hasn't developed. So the computer has awesome tactical skills and calculation capabilities, but this is not a calculation position. This is a known strategic position. This is where grandmasters outperform computers, because they know this, and they've gone through this and gone through the memory, and anyone who's played this kind of attack can tell you this f5 is the right idea. Don't get sidetracked by this tempting, Miss America looking move of, ooh, I can win a pawn, c takes b5. I don't want to win a pawn. When he's got his king in the center and no development, we want his king, not his pawn. I'm just saying. I like this way better than c takes b5. Okay? And the computer actually likes this better retrospectively. The computer is undercutting its own evaluation. because there's so many pieces the computer, takes more time to get a much deeper level of understanding. And yes, I told you that was a bad move, because it is. You can't defend it with a knight. Now, I said I thought f takes e6 was the technically slightly more correct move. They're both so close, but they're mega winning. So turns out that was, there's two best moves, and in one of those is the ones I played. So I mean, I felt great about that, because I did think f takes e6 was just a hair better, but I didn't think it was 11.9. Okay, I wasn't thinking it was that good. So that's, you know, that was a nice surprise to see that it liked my f takes g6, you know, a lot, because I was expecting it to nitpick me and go, well, f takes e6 was a hair better, and I was okay with that. And shockingly, I swear I thought knight to e5 was off the charts crushing, but it says queen to b3 is off the charts crushing, and probably is because of the checkmate. Bishop f7 check followed by queen e6 is mate. So yeah, he got me on that one. The computer is just a better tactical butcher than I am, and always will be. I thought, I was so proud of knight to e5. It is a very good move though, as you see, 8.71. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that, you know, I was more in love with knight to e5 than the computer was, and the computer was right. So hey, you know, whatever. And I swear I thought bishop f7 check was better than bishop takes d7. So I surprised myself that this is the best move by the computer. I thought winning his queen was superior. So again, pleasantly surprised. I know I played a good game. Obviously the best move, we discussed that. Nothing you could do. Obviously the best move. Again, we're cutting the king's runaway to ribbons. And again, this was a devastating move. I did not know it was made in 8. You know, or less if he makes a mistake. But I knew it was a devastating move, which it was. So that was good. Knight to f6, made in 4. Well, hey, I'm not perfect. Knight takes f6 check is mating. Oh well. Oops. Let's see, knight takes f6 check is mate in 4. King to f7, queen to d7 check, queen to d7, rook to d7 check, king to e6, rook to e7 is mate. I did not see that, and I didn't even look at it. I told you in the video, you can go back and see it. I'm greedy. I played knight f8. I'm going to admit it. I missed that mate. That's okay. I mean, everything I do wins. You know, I said that and it was true. You know, this is just a luck position that everything you do is winning. You can't go wrong. Oh, look, it's at 84.7 in my favor. Mate in 2. Yes, I missed it. I said queen to c4. Queen to b3 is also... Don't ask me why it's slightly higher. They're both mate in 2, but I missed that mate in 2. But I already discussed that. This is still winning. It doesn't matter. Yes. And queen d5 is just mega crushing. Oh well. What can you do? Again, I see a win. It's just slightly less beautiful. The computer had saw multiple mates faster than me. Hey, well, you know, as long I always say that mate in 2, mate in 8, as long as you're delivering checkmate, what's the difference? If you have plenty of time, okay. So, but it could have been better. But I played a really good game. I played a really good game. The only move the computer didn't like was, you know, my playing of f5 instead of c takes b5. But then it liked it, the next move after that, it liked it better. So I felt really good. The computer made a good evaluation of most of my moves were really good moves. Now, I was just lazy, missing those mates, because it didn't matter. My brain was not really fully implemented because I'm already winning. This is game over. All I have to do is not lose, not screw it up, But that was really good because it showed, this game really did a great job of showing what I wanted to show that essentially doesn't happen in the bulk of Blitz Chess. Strategic understanding just completely opened this guy's defenses. He wasn't a trash player by any stretch. He played a passive defense, and I played, based on experience, an attack formation that was going to yield a high percentage chance to beat that defense, and that's what happened. Then he made a couple of inferior moves with b5 and c5, and when you combine all of that together, it was a disaster. So that worked out great. Like I said, I was just surprised at how many of the moves that I made that the computer thought were good or solid moves. Hey, let's look at this and see what is the deal. Report. There goes my power again. It's been off and on because of wind. Only 77% accuracy. That's really good with my human brain. Inaccuracy of 2 moves. C takes b5. I played f5 is one of those 2. I don't know what the other one was off the top of my head. I don't know. Yes, he played too many queen moves. They don't have a stat for too many queen moves. But they should. So I don't know. Yeah, I've definitely preferred c takes b5. And yeah, that was the other one. F takes e6. So that one I didn't look at. Let's take a look at f takes e6. That's the best move that it said, and I'm guessing this is it. I would assume this is the best move, but maybe, maybe really even e5 is the crusher. Because of queen g6 check. No, it prefers the bishop. I don't know. This is, wow, 10. See, the computer's just way better than me. I don't see how this is 10. I don't see, I'm destroying this guy apparently. And I just can't see yet. What is the deal? What is the dealio? Knight gf6, d takes c5. Well, why wouldn't he just play c takes d5? Bishop takes is nasty, I suppose. He's got bishop rook to h7. I don't know. Let's look and see. Right, e5. My move that I looked at earlier, that e5 move is a devastator. He's got knight g6. Knight e7, though, will stop that. Now, unless I have something, like super nasty, e takes d6, maybe. It's like water. It's just like water pouring on the Wicked Witch of the West. There's just nothing he could do. So, yeah, this is hideous. So, like I said, I knew I played a good game. I just didn't know how many of the moves that it liked that I played. So I was really satisfied with that. So, I'm sure you've seen the game, but if you haven't seen that game, go find this game. It's called Why Blitz Chess is Bad. Okay? Because it's bad for you. Play slower time controls where you can think game in 10 minutes at least, so you can play faster games, and also practice against computer players of your level on chess.com or anywhere else that has it. I don't know. So you guys know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends. Don't tell your enemies, because they'll use this to beat you. Okay, you guys know what to do. I'll talk to you later.